Alright, hey guys, Paxter, welcome back to another Pokemon Pocket video. As the title states, we're going to be going over Mega Lopunny EX, a huge W for Mega Lopunny fans. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it just like that, but this card is a ton of fun. It's essentially very similar to the old Marowak EX, but the Mega version and somewhat more consistent to just mess up your opponent. But yeah, this is Mega Lopunny, HP 190, stage 1, has 1 attack, rapid, smashers, requires 2 energy, flip 2 coins. This attack does 90 damage for each heads. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. So you could still get some value even if you get 2 tails. In other words, if you get 1 heads, you do 90 damage, 2 heads, 180. Pretty good disruption overall. And just out of curiosity, I'm just going to pull it up right here. Also, there's the deck right here. Yeah. It's also in the top left, as you can see. By just pulling up Marowak EX, because this card is essentially the spiritual successor of Marowak. Yeah, this is Marowak EX right here. Boomerang. Very similar to Mega Lopunny EX's attack. Just instead of doing 90 damage, you're doing 80. Both stage 1s as well. But yeah, again, this is the deck right here. As you can see, we're running 2 baby Pokemon. Actually, 3 baby Pokemon. 2 of them are fighting. 1 is Psychic, but it doesn't really matter in the long run. So all your energy are going to your Baniri and Mega Lopunny. And overall, this deck is very fast-paced. You just want to kind of get a huge lead in your opponent, mess them up towards the early to mid-game. Towards the late game, that's when you're kind of in trouble, especially if your opponent gets very tanky Pokemon out. You could run some trouble, but overall, very fast, very consistent, especially with the Serena, especially with the addition of Serena getting Mega Lopunny out a lot faster. And yeah, if this is your first video on my channel, really do consider liking and subscribing. It really does help me out, both financially, also mentally, because this is my second time recording this. After recording, I realized that the footage, it was all in one audio track and there's just a jumbled mess of sound, and there was no way for me to balance my voice as well as have the game audio not sound like pure torture. So yeah, I eventually gave up at 4 AM. It's currently 4 hours later, so please liking and subscribing really does help me out a lot. Anyways, let's get right in to the deck showcase. All right, here we are in our first battle. We are going first. We're also going against the Hitmonchan EX / Donphan EX solo deck. Again, if you guys need my deck showcases, how these deck showcases usually go, I'm going to do these 3 battles. First battle is a solo battle just to get the feel for a deck. Next 2 will be in PvP. And just like that, our next turn, we can get Mega Lopunny out. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to Serena, we don't have Serena yet and we don't really need her. But she's just so good, especially if you're trying to get a stage 1 Mega out. So yeah, very straightforward. We're just going to do this. Might as well made just to thin out the deck. Never mind. Okay. I was trying to get a Chingling just to like kind of have a bit of variety, but I feel like this is the ideal setup right here. So 2 baby Pokemon and then 1 Mega Lopunny. Slappy Knuckle. Very straightforward. And then in a couple of turns, we can start attacking with Mega Lopunny. I really do like how this Pokemon only requires 2 energy. And that's pretty huge because that's like the ideal number in this game to have like 2 energy. Very fast to get out and attack. As I was talking, Phanpy does knock out Tyrogue. Interesting. But it doesn't matter, man. This is why we're running 2 baby Pokemon essentially as kind of cannon fodder while also chipping my opponent. So we just do this. And yeah, very fast paced. So I can just do this. Not even feeding Tyrogue, of course, since it's a baby. Just focusing purely on Mega Lopunny. So if you're going against like a very fast-paced deck, this deck is an amazing counter. And look at that. We have Mars as well. So next turn, once this Tyrogue does get knocked out, we could Mars, Mega Lopunny, and just bully our opponents. This is... Yeah, she's flipping the script. You know the Smasher, you probably know the Smasher Pass Challenge. You've seen my thumbnail, I'm quite sure of it. This is the Smasher Pass Challenge, but for Mega Lopunny. Interesting. Okay, opponent does repel and then Giovanni doing 60 damage. 80, actually, never mind. My bad, I can't count. Yeah, got Lucario out. So we could Mars, but at this point, we'll see. Maybe in a couple of turns, but my opponent did get rather lucky with their hand, just basically pulling everything that they need. And this is where RNG comes in. So we can very much at this point start building our second copy of Mega Lopunny. But as I was saying, this is a Smash or Pass challenge, but for Mega Lopunny. Is she going to smash this Donphan EX or is she going to pass? Because there's a chance that she will pass, especially if I get 2 tails. But it's entirely up to her. She's taking the challenge literally, but the safe for work-ish version. Yeah, not the other version. They're just reinventing the wheel essentially. I have no idea what that means, but we got... Okay. So she's passing. She decides to pass on Donphan, not really her type. But our opponent is confused, so... Alright, opponent's gonna flip. Look at that. Just like that. Not attacking. So you could get very lucky with this card. This card is very like RNG dependent, but overall a lot of fun. And we also have PC Lady just supporting as well. Here we go. Are you gonna smash this time though? Super Toss. Okay. Okay. Pretty slow, but again, if I got 2 heads, I could have just one-shotted and still confused. So if my opponent fails this coin flip, then huge value. Yeah, just like that. Perfect. Not able to do anything. Donphan is just so confused. He's like, first you reject me, and then now you're freaking smashing the shit out of me. And yeah, here we go. Lopunny, do not fail me, I swear. My mental is already at its limit. Please. Okay. Alright. We're it's gonna be that type of game, huh? But it doesn't matter. I mean, Donphan is at 20 HP. So this guy might be forced to sub out of Donphan, and I mean, I have Cyrus. All right, this is where it gets rather scary. So my opponent has 2 cards. We actually might lose, but I'm just gonna do this. Sub into Tyrogue. This, again, the free, only requiring 1 energy is kind of insane for this card as well. There's a lot of supporter cards here, but I feel like at this point, I'm just gonna, might as well feed this guy. Cyrus. Perfect, you love to see this. A baby taking out Donphan. And, all right, so next turn, we just gotta pretty much bully this Hitmonchan. Here we go, we're in the end game. So I could Mars, but if I get PC Lady, this will be huge. I think there's a second copy. Yeah, we have a 33% chance to get that card. Perfect. Yeah, we got it. Nice. So we can just do this. At this point, sure, just kind of do that. This lead. Opponent already used a Repel, so if they Sabrina, they could easily win. But I believe. Mega Lopunny, do your magic. Okay. Just like that. Yeah, that's Mega Lopunny in a nutshell. Just a lot of coin flips, and from my like limited time playing this card, I've had a ton of fun using it. I don't know, maybe it's just a bit of bias because I did really enjoy Marowak EX back in the day, and this card feels like that card, but much more satisfying, especially with the status effect. Anyways, we should see how this deck performs in PvP. All right, here we are in PvP. We are going first. Not the ideal hand. Okay, opponent is using Tyrogue. Doing type advantage against Veneer. Very ironic since it does evolve into fighting. We're just gonna play it like this. Might as well. This Rocky Helmet and essentially just end our turn. That's all we could really do. Next turn, I mean, we could take out his Tyrogue depending on my opponent. Just applying a bit of pressure with that Rocky Helmet. Yeah, opponent setting up for Baneri. I feel like we're kind of going against a mirror deck. This type of stuff happens, I guess, but speed. Next turn, we can Serena and hopefully get Mega Lopunny out. But it's ultimately up to RNG. If my opponent gets out Mega Lopunny next turn, then it's going to be huge value for them. And of course, this turn, we got to get at least 1 heads. Okay. All right, we are screwed. But you see how effective this deck is. Yeah. We're essentially using a mirror deck again. I guess this person is using Rampardos. But in my opinion, not really necessary because Mega Lopunny is already in EX. So once that gets knocked out, you're basically dead. And we are, damn, 180. Just like that. 200 damage. Just flat out. Confused, just dead beyond belief, doing 20 damage. Tyrogue is here. I don't know what Tyrogue's gonna do, but alright. So we got Lopunny. Might as well just May. We kind of have to do this. We can still win. If we can get... Okay, we can still come back. This is still winnable, so we just do this, do that. We're losing Lopunny, but of course we have Serena. There is very much still hope. We can get Mega Lopunny out, and if this guy tries to retreat from this Mega Lopunny, we got Cyrus. Okay, interesting. So it evolves into Rampardos, getting extremely lucky. Rampardos is gonna one-shot Tyrogue, but we're just gonna keep on bullying this Lopunny, essentially. Okay, here we go. So Serena. Also, we have PC Lady. This also works very well against like kind of a counter to Mega Lopunny because, of course, PC Lady does remove the confusion effect. So here we go. There's still hope. Can my Mega Lopunny one-shot this Rampardos? We shall see. Please smash. Please smash. Okay. Okay. We're still there. We still haven't lost. Our opponent subs into Tyrogue, attacks Mega Lopunny. I have 3 choices here. I could either Mars and get absolutely no value. I mean, it could help, but very unlikely. PC Lady, healing up a bit of damage. Please keep in mind, after attacking, of course, Mega Lopunny does 180 damage. So if my opponent does get 2 heads next turn, at 170 HP, I can just get one-shotted. Or I could Cyrus, which I am going to do. I'm going to play this rather risky because my opponent needs 2 heads to win. So, and also I need 2 heads to win. I could just easily win this. But looking at our hand, I feel like we have a much better hand than them. Here we go. Smash. Please smash yourself. Okay. Okay, not the worst. We got 1 heads. I'll definitely take it. Lopunny is now confused. Now he has to make the choice. Either sub in to Tyrogue and just keep on shipping, or just bully with Mega Lopunny. Yep, subs into Tyrogue, just keeps on shipping. But I have no fear, dude. Luck is on my side. I can feel the luck. Not gonna place Tyrogue. Just do this. Again, Mars has no value. Still holding off on that PC Lady because I want to use a PC Lady to remove the confusion if he does attack. Because yeah, confusion could definitely just mess me up, like, especially if I just fail that. Okay, just completely decimating Tyrogue. If only I got that last turn, but unfortunately no. Okay, here we go. We're in the thick of it right here. This is the true end game, the battle of the furries. Which furry is gonna win? Bro, dude, I am just okay. First of all, my opponent gets Rampardos, now gets a second copy of Lopunny, and okay, we're still alive. We are still alive. Gosh, yeah. So I'm confused. This is why I saved PC Lady. Damn, this is rough, but there is still hope, I believe. I probably should have held up on that Cyrus, but I wasn't personally expecting. I should have expected this opponent to get a second copy of Lopunny out because this card is very easy to get out. And looking at it, my opponent didn't even use a Serena. Yeah, so you don't need Serena to make this gal super viable. Here we go. There is still hope, but it's very grim. And of course, okay, 90. I wasn't even gonna one-shot, so it's whatever. But if my opponent gets 2 tails, this will be absolute cinema. All right, here we go. Flipping for confusion. Gets lucky. There we go. This is how we win. This is how we win. Why is this oddly intense? This is like the most intense mirror match I've ever had. Oh boy. Okay, we got Mars yet again. We might as well just use Mars. Screw it. She's been eyeing me out. My opponent did Mars as well, but sure. This might be the last turn. This is definitely the last turn. There's no way. But okay, we need to get 3 heads in a row. So first of all, not fail this. Okay, there we go. 1 head's down. 2 more heads. Okay. Okay. It's not over. It is not. It is not over. We still have a chance. If my opponent gets 2 tails yet again, this will be crazy. All right, here we go. Okay, GG. Damn, dude, I can't complain, man. That game was just oddly intense, but it kind of shows how good Lopunny is. Even though I lost, opponent got very lucky getting Rampardos out relatively fast, and then still kind of just like getting another Lopunny as well. So yeah, a lot of RNG, but overall, still a very fun card to use. Our next battle going first against Lightning. So very scary, especially against that Oricorio. Yep, here it is. Place down Oricorio, place down Baniri, and attack. Just like that. And doing 40 damage because of type advantage. That's pretty good. And concedes. Yeah, as you can see, who's the MVP here? Tyrogue. This guy's aura pure conquers hockey, just makes my opponent just surrender, just like that. And yeah, next battle. Our next battle going first yet again, leading with Baniri. Again, not good. You ideally want to lead with one of your baby Pokemon, especially if you go first. If you go second, you could lead with Baniri, because next turn I have Serena right here. But right now, pretty awkward, because all I can really do is this, just end my turn. Okay, interesting. My opponent's using Coughing. Haven't seen this card in such a long time. At this point, I'm just gonna Mars, just to disrupt my opponent. Why not? Because I'm in Serena. As long as my opponent doesn't red card or Mars me, I got Serena for our next turn. So let's do that. Shift this Coughing a little bit. If anything, please. Okay, yeah, 20. Not bad. Oh gosh. Okay, opponent summons Guzzlord. Interesting. Very scary Pokemon. But again, keep in mind, Mega Lopunny only requires 2 energy. And this is the only Pokemon you're going to be feeding. Okay, red card. Of course. Every time I say nowadays, I always get red card or Mars. But look at that. 2 Serenas. Perfect. If anything, my hand got much better. So, Serena. And there we go. Mega Lopunny. Coming out. Let's feed. Evolve, and then smash. Smash or pass. Are you gonna smash this Coughing? Please. Please do. I want to see it. Please. Okay. Oh my gosh, why? I'm just gonna punch my face. Okay. Coughing is confused though, and I don't get poisoned because it's not technically an attack. So, sure. Just opponent's slowly getting Guzzlord fed, but we are also getting Mega Lopunny fed as well. Alright, just gonna chill like this. Okay, next turn. Lopunny, please. I'm begging. Okay. That works. Overkill. What is up with my Lopunny, man? I need to get a new version. This one has weird, very whack IVs. And, okay. Yeah, overkill. Getting poisoned a bit, but we do have PC Lady just to support us. Battle of the coin flips. Who is the certified flipper right here? We're about to find out. Yeah, evidently not him, but I don't know if it's gonna be me. Lopunny, please. Just recreate what happened last turn, but against Guzzler. This guy, you want to smash this guy, right? Yeah, Guzzler would be so fun to smash. I mean, kind of electric in a sense. I mean, you might get kind of shocked, but yeah, just please smash. Please, I believe. Here we go. So rapid smashers. Okay. Okay. This is not proving my point. I really wish my first tech showcase actually turned out well, because I was just getting heads all the time. And I mean, the tails, getting 2 tails in a row is equal to 2 heads in a row, unless they change something in this game with RNG. It should be equal, but opponent is now confused, so they have to flip now, or not, just flat out just retreat. Okay. Gosh, this is truly a pain. At this point, I'm just gonna play it extremely safe. So it's gonna sub into this Tyrogue. I'm just gonna bank that I won't get 2 heads. Just gonna play it safe. Retreating out of Mega Lopunny into Tyrogue, doing 40 damage because of type advantage. And okay, next turn, sub in Mega Lopunny yet again. Could sub in this one just since it has more HP. All right, rest in peace, Tyrogue. At least he went out not too brutally, just getting poisoned in his sleep. Okay, here we go. So we have 2 choices, either this one or this one. I'm just gonna play it for this one. This Mega Lopunny does have Rocky Helmet, but is rather frail. But we did get Peace Lady, perfect. So just straight up, just do that. And don't fail me. This one is the 2-star gold art. So please, please perform some magic. 1 heads is all I'm asking. Okay. It's always so scary once you miss the first coin flip. You're like, that's when you start panicking in your head. Perfect. So it's one-shotting Weezing. And at this point, we're just gonna keep on bullying this Guzzlord. But again, it's Guzzlord. Really is up to just the coin flip gods at this point. Opponent Team Rocket grunts. Fails, but it doesn't matter, because looking at this, say that Lopunny does get all the energy discarded. I can just feed 1 energy, retreat, sub in this other one. So that could very much happen right now. No. Okay. This guy just sucks at coin flipping. It's a huge skill issue. Yeah, at this point, I'm just going to retreat, sub in this Mega Lopunny, feed Mega Lopunny, and attack. Are you actually going to work with me this time? Please. Okay, as soon as I started mentioning Smash or Pass, my Lopunny's just refused to associate with me, like just work with me at all. But again, this guy so far has like 100% fail rate in regards to coin flips. Is 100% tails, yeah. So I mean, oh okay, does use PC Lady, so confusion is gone. Gets 2, discards 2, but it doesn't matter. Doing a bit of chip damage. At this point, I might as well sub in the other Lopunny, but I could very much just lose next turn, because especially if my opponent does have a Cyrus. 2 cards. There's no way this guy is not running a Cyrus. Speaking of Cyrus, what up? He's just here to watch me lose. So yeah, sub in this Mega Lopunny, and bank that this one is better than this one. Again, full. This one is a full art, so please. Please just beat the shit out of this Guzzler. He deserves it. Okay, 1 and 2. No. Okay. All right. There's still hope, man. They're really edging me here. Like, also, I do want to apologize. This might be the most sus video ever, but I'm just in the thick of it right now. And also, again, I only got like 3 hours of sleep, so this is me just at my breaking point. Just really want to make this Lopunny work, and it's very good. It very much is, but yeah, as you can see, a lot of RNG. I feel like in casual battle, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this, but in ranked, could help you out, but at the same time, could hinder you in the long run. But overall, again, very easy to get out. So I feel like that is a pretty good trade-off. Opponent does get the coin flip, doing 120 damage, but I just need 1 heads. Actually, hold up. Went for the Grindcore. Okay. I thought he was gonna go for a Tyrannical Hold, but I guess not. Tyrogue, you come here for extra good luck. All right, I know. Okay, we've been through a lot, Mega Lopunny. We've been through a lot. Please, 1 head is all I'm asking for. There we go. GG. Okay, you just gotta talk very slowly to this Lopunny, and then she'll pop off, completely smashing this Guzzlord. Very cinematic. I'm gonna do one more battle. This is a very cinematic deck showcase, to say the least, but yeah, hopefully I can get much better RNG. Alright, last battle, going first yet again, and of course leading with Baniri. For whatever reason, this is just the trend of this video, I guess. Alright, yeah. I'm just gonna... Might as well just Mars. And then just end my turn. Alright, opponent attacks with Rowlet. Just gonna feed Baneri. Evolve into this one. You did good last game, so I'm just gonna evolve into you. Might as well May. I could very much get another copy of Mega Lopunny. Or not, I guess. Sure. Let's just go with... Let's go with this. Nothing. Sure. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I could very much win next turn if I get lucky with Mega Lopunny. So this Decidueye is out. I can one-shot, but we shall see how this turns out. So 2 PC Ladies, might as well just use them back to back. Let's do this. Very straightforward. And I could just win, or I could just not win, or it could just be super delayed. But here we go. Super Toss! I'm actually very lucky. This is a good sign that I'm extremely lucky, yeah, because I mean the chances of getting that many tails in like a video, I'm sure it's like a very small chance, getting like in a row, just like that. But my opponent is confused, so fail the confusion, perfect. Let's forget that turn ever happened. It's just, yeah, let's just go with that. So Tyrogue here, what up? Not really gonna use you. Might as well PC Lady yet again. Next turn I can Copycat. So yes, just chill like this. Come on, man. Smash the shit out of this Decidueye. Okay, that's all you have to do. Just, again, talk kind of slow, a bit of passive-aggressive, a bit of anger in your voice, and Mega Lopunny does clutch it out. Screw it. One more battle. Alright, last battle, I swear. Finally going second, as well as leading with a baby Pokemon. So, let's do this. Okay, opponent's using Ditto Houndoom. Interesting. But, okay, very straightforward. Next turn, we can get Mega Lopunny out. Just leave with Tyrogue doing type advantage. So if my opponent does attack with Ditto next turn, then it's going to be knocked out. And regardless, we can just kind of lead with Tyrogue at this point. Oh, I see. My opponent's using a Ditto Rampardos deck. Okay. Using Houndoom's attack ability, which is essentially a Sabrina. So subbing into Baneri. But it doesn't matter because Lopunny is out. Here we go. She's going back. I can afford to do this. Why not? Played a bit safe. I could Copycat, but I mean, PC Lady, Cyrus. I'm pretty much set at this point. So let's do this. Knocking out Ditto. Alright, opponent evolves into Gyarados. Doing 50 damage, yeah. That's Ditto's effect. Copying Gyarados' ability. Alright, Lopunny, smash the crap out of this Ditto. Please. You could also, I mean, Ditto's used to it. Yes, look at this Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon breeders know, man. Dittos are freaking enslaved at this point. Alright, so could May, but May doesn't really do anything. Honestly, I might just do this as a thin to deck out. May's not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna look at Chingling and Tyrogue. Cool to see. Just for a brief second, I just want to see them kind of say hello to them. Get at least 1 heads, please. 1 heads. Okay, thank you. I swear, it's always a second coin flip. Okay, opponent evolves into Rampardos. Reds doing 150. Here we go, Lopunny. Do not fail me. I could one-shot and just win the game, but there's also confusion, so yes, PC Lady doesn't do anything, really, but I mean, why not? Might as well. Here we go. This is where, again, it ultimately comes down to whoever has like the heart of the coin flips. So here we go. Smash the crap out of this guy. Okay. Okay, there we go. And that's Mega Lopunny, ladies and gentlemen. Just a lot of potential, and once you get that potential met, very satisfying to see. Yeah, just completely destroying a very top tier, very meta relevant fighting card. And yeah, it's a Mega Lopunny deck showcase. Overall, a ton of fun. I feel like when you use this deck, you're gonna have so much fun. Either that, or just gonna pull your hairs out. But it really depends. If you're playing very casually, then yeah, have a lot of fun. In ranked, could definitely win you the game. But at the same time, if you get 2 tails, then that will utterly infuriate you. But again, confusion coming in clutch. In this deck showcase, there have been several times where confusion does help me out. Again, keep in mind, confusion isn't as overpowered as, let's say, like paralyze or sleep, because my opponent can just retreat. So let's say my opponent just retreat, subs in another Pokemon. That Pokemon can lead and do damage to Mega Lopunny. But it really depends on the deck. It really depends what your opponent is using. But yeah, that's a deck showcase. Overall, I'd rate this deck B tier. This solid B, like, again, very consistent from what I've gathered. Mega Lopunny is very easy to get out. I feel like if you do hate RNG, if you do hate getting Pokemon out, like you struggle with that, then this is the deck for you because, yeah, paired with Serena, you got Copycat May, you're most likely getting this Mega out your second turn. So yeah, that's the deck showcase. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Again, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help me out tremendously. I actually probably should go to sleep. I'm probably not gonna sleep until like at least like later in the afternoon. So yeah, liking, subscribing really does help me out mentally. And yeah, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Peace.